I just got the official go-ahead. It looks like we are all ready to see Small Saga, any percent glitchless. We have moonblazewolf as our runner and FlannelKat commentating. Show us how it's done.
All right. Hi, everybody. I'm moonblazewolf. Hello. I am very excited to show off Small Saga for everybody. I think this is a game that a lot of people probably haven't seen. It's my favorite MRPG of 2023. M stands for mouse, of course, so my favorite mouse RPG. And with me is FlannelKat. Hi, FlannelKat.
Hello, everyone. I have never seen this game before in my life. I've seen, like, pictures.
Yeah, this game's really cool. Time doesn't start when I hit new game, so I'm going to go ahead and start new game to get the opening cutscene going. And then I will call out when time is going to begin. This game is played over the course of basically 3 acts. They're seasons, so we're going to do spring, summer, autumn, and then winter is basically just kind of like the epilogue at the end. While we're loading in here, I just want to call attention to how beautiful this game is. This game was created by one person, Daria Nogani, who lives in London, England, and this game takes place in London, so if you are familiar with London at all, you will definitely recognize some landmarks. This game was created over the course of 6 years. It is an indie gem, in my opinion. It is inspired by games like Golden Sun, Final Fantasy IX, the Redwall book series, which I read growing up and immediately sort of drew me to this game, and something called Berserk, which I will admit I'm not familiar with. So I think it's an anime or a manga or something. But
I've played a Berserk Dreamcast game. I am an expert.
Okay, so if you see any cool Berserk references that may have gone over my head, something is not right.
Well,
is there something going on with like the keyboard over there?
Nothing's touching anything over here.
All right, I'm gonna. Okay. Hold on. I think I'm okay. That was weird. I've never seen that before. I think I'm good. So time technically starts when I start moving. I don't normally start moving here, but it's fine. So, are we ready to do a countdown, everybody? All right, let's start in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so this is Small Saga. Our main character is Verm, who is the mouse in the cape up front. Verm is going to become a very angry mouse soon. You will see why. This game is really just has a wonderful cast of characters and a lot of really interesting and inspirational dialogue and kind of like backstory for said characters. This is Verm, as I said, is our main character, and Lance is his brother in the green tunic there. And this is Stilton and Bree, so again, you might think that this game, if you weren't sure where this game took place, it definitely takes place in England. So, so we're going to go ahead and fight Stilton and Bree here. We immediately get thrown into kind of a combat.
This is beautiful. It's
got this really cool perspective, kind of like over the shoulder, third person. This is definitely Golden Sun inspired, so... the way the combat system works, it's pretty straightforward. It's all math. There's no RNG. You're going to get the same number every time if you do the same action. You have energy, which is those little diamonds underneath each of the character portraits. Hit points, and you have skills that you use, and that's about it. Everything takes a certain amount of energy.
We were setting up earlier, and I'm like, dang, this game looks great. And I'm like, I'll wait and hold off on my compliments until the run is actually live. So
yeah.
But that is gorgeous. I love the perspective there.
Yeah, it's just a really cool isometric view that they went for and really nailed it, in my opinion. It's just got some really memorable scenes. And just some really funny stuff as well. There's going to be so many moments in this game that are really funny, really heartwarming, and I'm probably going to skip through all the dialogue, so if there's anything particularly noteworthy that I want to call out so that you go buy this game and support a wonderful indie dev, I will definitely do that. So,
I'd like to call to attention that was a Mouse Warrior pro tip for all you Mice Warrior out there.
Yes, if you're a Mouse Warrior, you might learn some stuff from this game. So, okay, this is our first boss fight. This is Saga. You may notice Saga is carrying like a Swiss Army knife or a penknife. That is what the game refers to as god weapons. Basically, any human item that is wielded by a rodent is called a god weapon. All of our party members in this game are going to use a god weapon of some sort.
So as opposed to like a tiny sword is not a god weapon?
Yeah, so right now we're using rodent weapons, Verm and Lance are, and in a bit here we're going to be using a god weapon instead.
Ooh.
So, and you would think this would hurt, and yes, it probably does, but it's an RPG, so we all just have hit points. I'm also going to defend here because I don't want his counterattack getting me, but other than that, I can pretty much just attack the rest of the way through now. Also, when you defend, you get an extra energy back, so I was able to use Lance's stronger attack again, which is kind of nice.
I'm just going to be over here just grooving to the soundtrack here.
The music, yeah, the music in this game is also unbelievable. It goes across a lot of different genres. So there's something for everyone in this game for sure. So progress in this game, you might have just noticed there, I got a level up when I defeated a boss. That's generally how progress works. And then you get kind of like Chained Echoes that I played on Monday night with my partner Ferric. You get the ability to upgrade your stats and skills and things like that. So, all right. So the reason we are down here is we are trying to break in and get some food, which is in heaven. I'm also going to grab this treasure map, very important for a little bit from now. I want you to enjoy all of the wonderful branding in this little grocery store that we've gone into. There's also some mouse traps and stuff like that, but you know, we reached heaven already. We're just like a couple minutes into the run. This is clearly just going to be like a wonderful journey, a wonderful small saga, as it were. So
You didn't want that giant knife? It seemed pretty good.
yeah, we don't really have a need for it at this point. We're good with our little pointy sword and our little pointy bow and arrow. So, but yeah, you might think these two mice really have it good. Busting in here, getting some food.
Living the dream.
Yeah, exactly. So just got to watch out for those thunder snares, though. All right, so we're going to keep going here.
Green gnome corn. My favorite.
All right, so here we go. You're across to the... Are you more of a pistachio or a sunflower person, Kat?
I think sunflower. I think I'm allergic to pistachios, which is something I learned on my way back from last limit break.
Okay. All right, so we're going to start moving the pistachio bag.
Do you get a choice of what you want to take?
No, you always take the sunflowers.
Classy mice.
Yeah, I think that if I was a mouse, a sunflower would be way less intimidating than a pistachio. So.
Is this a QTE?
Kind of, yeah. Yeah, we have QTEs coming here.
It's all
there's
left.
also this weird purple smoke that's coming in. This is a little ominous. What's going on here?
It's probably fine.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh. Okay, yeah, this might not be okay. All right, I do want to, very seriously though, we're kind of joking around right now. I do want to give a very strong warning. This game is not a tragedy, but this particular scene is very tragic. It does involve violence to animals and death. I'll just say that right now so there's no misconstruing what happens in the scene. It's going to be about 4 minutes long, and if you would like to not witness that, just come back in like 5 minutes, and it'll be just all cute, awesome stuff from there on out. So, but we got to develop a backstory for our hero, so
yeah.
It is unfortunately a very tragic backstory. And I'm not going to say too much about this as it's happening, because I really don't feel like narrating what's going on in the game right now. So I think what I actually want to do, Deeds, hi, how are you doing?
I'm doing great.
All right, so Deeds, we were talking about this earlier, and I was thinking we might kind of need to do this for the sake of getting that Lego brick incentive met, but everybody already crushed it, and I'm already going to be fighting for like the last half hour of the game with a Lego brick. So that's really cool. I'm very excited to be able to show that off because it is very funny. But I know that we were talking beforehand, and we still want to get a lot of donations for Nami. So what we were thinking was we should go ahead and get everybody to donate with their favorite rodent facts, because so far we've really only seen mice and maybe like a muskrat, but there's a lot of cool rodents in this game. We've got rats, we've got squirrels, we've got rabbits, we've got moles. So lots of really cool rodents in this game. And I would like it if people could learn more about them. So if you have a really cool rodent fact that you would like to share and get Deeds to read it, I think you should donate with those.
Yes, please do donate.
That would be great. And can you tell us a little bit, or do you have any announcements at this point, Deeds?
Oh, all kinds. I'm a little biased. For the first comment I'd like to read is from Tellerin. for $10 saying, caffeine blanket all set. Good luck to Moonblazewolf on his small saga run. And I can't agree more because I'm also here in my porcupine kigurumi myself, so let's all snuggle in.
We took a wonderful photo together because this is just a very cozy run. Go ahead if you have more.
Sure. I have another from Hupfin saying, oh, for $75, thank you so much. I was going to make an in-joke here, but I don't have one. So I'll just give my best supportive shout. That's the vlog, please! Hashtag squeak.
Squeak. All right. If you have one more, that would be perfect.
Sure. I have one from let me try this again. Avaricia for $25 saying, this is one of my favorite events every year. So grateful I can afford to throw a little cash towards a great cause.
Thank you so much. All right. I think it's okay if we go ahead and clear that content warning now. Again, very serious. You know, animals are wonderful, and I don't want anybody to be subjected to seeing them harmed, even in a video game. From here on out, no other animals die in this game except for one, and he kind of deserves it, so it's okay. But yeah, so we'll go ahead and we're moving. That was kind of like the intro sequence. We got our backstory for Verm. So Verm's brother died in an unfortunate expedition, and Verm lost his tail. So that gets everybody up to speed pretty much.
And here we are.
And here we are. We're busting in to someone's house, I guess. And you were asking about that god weapon earlier, Kat.
Yeah.
There it is.
All right, here we go.
Yep, there it is.
Level up. So is there not like an XP system in this game?
No, not really.
Level up after events?
Yeah, it's event based.
Ooh,
so,
I like that.
Yep. Also, like Chained Echoes that I ran on Monday, after every fight, your hit points and all that reset, so you don't have to go in like menu. Also, this is a cat. I don't know if you know. What do you know about cats and mice?
Can you pet the cat?
We can pet it with the knife.
This is not a friend. This is the picture I always see whenever I've heard of this game.
Yeah, the key art for this game features just an incredible rendition of this scene in particular. So
I love how sassy this cat is.
It's a very sassy cat. That was just a little brief intro combat there, so not the whole thing. And now we get to meet our second character. This is Siobhan. Siobhan uses they, them pronouns and is non-binary. This game is full of queer animals as well, so something that I genuinely love about this game. It really speaks to me. Another major theme of this game, and we'll see kind of like the first examples of this soon, and for obvious reasons, Verm is extremely angry. And I am a person who's dealt with a lot of anger in my own life, and it is one of my personal shortcomings that I try to not let get the better of me, so I can definitely relate to Verm in that respect. So Verm is going to have to learn how to deal with his anger and trust people again. He's very much kind of like I would say a lone wolf, but he's a mouse. But, you know, he's...
Lone mouse is a thing.
He's just kind of angry at the world and on a quest to defeat the Yellow God, is what he tells everybody. And the Yellow God was that human who was wearing the Exterminator outfit that we saw in that last scene. So we are now into the Mole Kingdom here, called Cranbale. We're not going to be here for too long. But we're going to go and visit Siobhan's mother. Siobhan is essentially the princess of Cranbale, and kind of is tired of being here, frankly. Very sheltered, very kind of like protected from the world, and Siobhan is a very inquisitive mole and wants to get out there and sort of see everything that the world has to offer, and her mom basically does not let her do that, or does not let them do that, excuse me.
Does this mouse know magic?
Not exactly, no. But probably the closest thing to a wizard that we have in this run. So
I'm really interested to see how they're going to implement that then.
All right. Well, you won't have to wait too long. So basically, Siobhan was like, "This mouse is cool. He was fighting Tiger. Tiger's the cat. We should help him." And Mom was like, "No, we need to just kind of like stay here and hide in the burrow." So we're going to go in here, and Siobhan said that they have something really cool that they want to show us. So we're going to go back here and see what that is. It is not the illuminated manuscripts, Verm, don't worry. I want everybody to see how much of this stuff they had growing up.
Ooh.
So this is Siobhan's cache of like god items. There's a game dude, which actually has a functional full game on it that you can play within the game if you find the cartridge for it, which is a side quest. There's a phone, there's a credit card, a Lego brick, not the one that we will use later on, a watch, a battery, all sorts of stuff. And most importantly, Siobhan has a god weapon. Siobhan has a lighter.
Oh. Yeah, that's a good thing to use magic with.
Yes, so very much a fire mage here. All right, so Siobhan has joined us, and Verm kind of says, well, you know, even if they're not fit for combat, at least they'll make for a good distraction. So, and we're going to head up and refight Tiger here, so.
All right. I love the font that they use for the cat. It's just very interesting.
Yeah,
Different
it's
species talking to each other.
Yeah, there's definitely some aggression in that as well, or personality. Yep. So. All right, so we're gonna fight Tiger again, and one fact about cats, which you may or may not know, FlannelKat, you can either confirm or deny this.
All right.
I'm gonna rage here, by the way. I'll talk about rage in a second. Did you know that cats are flammable?
As are most things. Like,
Okay. Well, cats are particularly flammable, apparently. So.
it's all that fur.
Yeah. Since Verm is such an angry mouse, Verm now has an ability called Rage. And what Rage does is it's essentially like a Berserker ability. And when I use... that's not good. Siobhan's going to die. So I need to defend now. Yeah, Bleed is a status effect in this game that is... will come up a lot, usually on our side, but this is a fight where it does come up on the opposite. I'll be fine. The fight's scripted. I'm not worried about it. It's just going to be a little close and scary, but I'll be okay.
Ooh.
All right, we're good.
The spit on the ground and the wind animation.
He's an angry mouse. What can I say?
I mean, you know.
Yeah. You also learn abilities at various story points. So Verm just learned an ability called Cleave, which is the swipe ability that I was using before is one attack. Cleave is basically a double attack. So, and Berserk is an ability that gives you double attack on top of that. So if I Rage and then Berserk, it'll actually do 4 strikes. So we're going to be able to do a lot of damage with Verm. But funnily enough, Siobhan is going to be, at least in the end game, kind of like our main damage dealer. So.
All right. I can't help but notice that gnome is glowing that we walked by outside. Is this...
It's a save point. Yeah, there's like
Oh.
certain items that we'll see a lot of them. There'll be like some action figures and stuff. They're all save points. So yeah, so Siobhan comes back and they talk to their mom, and unfortunately, mom's like, "Get out of here! I never want to see you again because you disobeyed me." So, all right, so Siobhan is kind of having a bad time of it now, but I think deep down they know that they were right to do what they did because they kind of have their freedom now. But also a little worried about the future, so they're going to travel with us now. Verm is obviously, like I said earlier, a little bit of a lone wolf. Doesn't really want that, but Siobhan can be very persuasive and is going to join us on our
Wait.
quest here. So,
Did we just beat up that cat? Like, why did we beat up that cat then?
because it
We
was
just see the-
terrorizing the moles, and also Verm's very angry.
Got it.
But the cat's okay. Don't worry. You can come back later. Like I said, no other animals die in this game really, except for kind of one, and he kind of deserves it. So. But yeah, the cat Tiger is fine. We'll see Tiger again. Well, we won't see Tiger, but there's an optional. You can return here and fight Tiger again, kind of like once and for all. But yeah, we go outside and we need to get to the next town. There's no really obvious way to get there, but we hear a voice in the garbage can, and they say that they can give us a ride to Merida, so we're going to help them out. And in order to do that, you know, we're mice. We can't open the garbage can lid, but Siobhan finds a... Wait for it. Still wait. It sounds very elaborate, right? Like, what are they building?
They're doing something.
It's a
here.
ruler.
It's a ruler. Okay.
Yeah, they just stuck a ruler in there. I don't know why all those sound effects were there, but anyway, so they're going to jump on this, and we're going to free Dizzy. Dizzy is a great character. Dizzy is a pigeon who's going to fly us around the map, basically our airship. It's also very important when you see Dizzy, you do this, because that is called doing the Dizzy. So anytime you see Dizzy, you just want to do the Dizzy.
I'm not doing it right, but that's fine. I got
It
my
takes a
own
little
way.
practice. You'll get some chances to practice.
I
so.
did not rehearse for this.
That's okay. Well, as we said, you've never seen the game before, so it's okay. That's part of the fun of this. Kat gets to see the game for the first time, so.
I really like a lot of the detritus around like the streets, like that can of cat food. It's just really a lot of charm here.
Yeah, it's so charming. So we've landed on top of the Parliament building in London. This is modeled after the same thing, and it does actually interface with the story in a way that, you know, this is Parliament. So there's the fancy clock and all that. So, but under Parliament, I don't know if you know this. This is a true fact. I'm sure we're going to get some more rodent facts here in a bit, but there's like 1 million rodents living under there.
I
yeah.
imagine that's actually true.
Yeah. So we're gonna try to enter Merida. It's not gonna go particularly well, and we're gonna kind of get diverted here. So this has very much like Wizard of Oz kind of energy here, trying to get into the town. Because we're warriors, swords for hire. Nope, we're not admitted. So. But somebody else is summoning us. This is Bruce. Bruce is a gay squirrel and knows the secret way into Merida. Bruce is also our bard, which means at this point that Bruce is a pacifist, but he'll get over that. So
Good that Bruce is just sitting here waiting for people to get denied entrance.
yeah, Bruce is very helpful that way. Bruce does have stuff that he needs us for, so I'm going to do my first skill ups here. One cool thing about this, you can actually take skills away and reallocate them. We're not going to do that a ton, but I did that a little bit right there. And we have to kind of get through the sewer labyrinth to get in the city. And in order to do that, we're going to have to clear some pipes. The pipes are sort of like filled with grease, which is kind of gross, but
We have a lighter.
we do have a lighter, but we also can just kind of pop them with water, so we're going to do that instead.
I figure that's a little dangerous then with the lighter.
Yeah, probably so. But every time we clear a pipe, we hear a weird voice, so that's a little strange. And Bruce was very coy. Bruce was kind of just like, yeah, there's some bugs down here, and I'm not much of a fighter, so you know, you can handle the bugs. So yeah, we'll handle the bugs. That's fine. They're just wee bugs.
So he's a bard.
Yeah.
With like, does he play the pencil? Like I see he's got like a pencil with him.
He does. He plays the pencil flute.
Oh, I was trying to make a joke, please.
Okay, no, yeah, no. Tell me.
Oh, no.
I ruined it.
There wasn't a punchline.
Oh.
The absurdity of the pencil. But no, he just plays with the pencil.
He actually just plays the pencil. There are jokes at to this effect later on. So, all right. So this one actually has 2 valves, but it's pretty straightforward from this point. So, Deeds, do you have any announcements for us while I clear the next pipe here?
We've been getting several rodent facts coming in. But first, I'm going to read this other comment first, and then we'll get through the rodent facts. This one is $75. Thank you so much from Peace Egg, saying, I've been enjoying playing all these speedy RPGs over the last few days, and I'm even more excited for so many of the runs in these days ahead. Donation goes to seeing if my friends in the EEL 9s make for an effective speedrun seed in Virtual Highlight, and for naming heroes in the Ultima runs for Francis, because Francis is our friend. And again, that goes towards our next incentive coming up for Virtual Highlight, that you can name the seed. So consider that. Consider that if you between the rodent facts that you're sending us.
All right. We got time for one more, probably.
All right, well, I will mention our first rodent fact comes in from LLK, saying, rodent fact, prairie dogs have different vocalizations to describe nearby predators. So I guess they're nature's couch commentators.
I like that. Very good. Okay, I have to sneak by this encounter here really quick. And that was no problem. All right, and last pipe here, and then we will be able to enter Merida once we fight whatever it is that's lurking down here. So I have to sneak around this encounter one more time.
I think it's Balloam.
Oh, that is not a bug. Bruce is like, that's a wee bug. It is actually a kraken. The good news is we get Bruce to help in this fight, and Bruce is pretty fun. Bruce has an ability called Encore that we're pretty much going to use exclusively. And Encore will give one of the other characters in your party an extra turn. So we'll start using that to kind of like really maximize our best characters here, which at this point is Verm.
Oh, he's real good at pencil.
He's rocking out on his pencil.
Does each boss have unique music? Because this is super cool.
A lot of the bosses have unique music, yeah. All right, so Siobhan's in trouble, which is not great. We'll see how this goes. All these fights are fine as long as I don't screw anything up, which is a little scary because this game doesn't have an autosave system, so we're going to hope for the best here. But yeah, Bruce is the Scottish character, if you can't tell from the blue tartan, so... Okay, that's actually perfect. I just want Siobhan to live because they can chip in a lot of nice extra damage.
Krakens are also weak to fire, it seems.
No, they're weak to getting whacked.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, no. Not everything is weak to fire, surprisingly. All right, now Siobhan is going down again. Poor Siobhan. All right, this is fine, though. Should only be one more. Look at that. He's very good at, like...
He's so good at... He's consistent.
Yeah.
Same tunes every time.
Yeah. All right, so that is the Kraken fight. Not perfectly optimal, but that was about as good as you can expect, so... All right. And we have cleared the way into Merida.
So is there any benefit to fighting, like, the little roaches earlier?
No, you don't get any XP or anything, so you don't even get any money. So there's actually no point in doing that fight. It's just pure time loss.
All right.
Yep. All right, so Merida is the metropolis beneath the floorboards, as they put it. So that is one of the FF9 influences, in my opinion. Every area that you go to has kind of like that little subtext. Oh, also, Siobhan can't land on their feet.
Every time they fall,
it's very tragic, but it's also adorable. So yeah, so you'll see stuff like that every time we go into a new area, a little like subtext, which is very cute. So that's Ratless, by the way. I don't know, just very funny play on words. Siobhan is a nerd, so they're going to go to the library. But we're actually trying to track down information on the Yellow God, which is Verm is out to kill the Yellow God. So, typical RPG, the main hero is out to kill God. In this case, it's just a mouse trying to kill a human, as opposed to a human trying to kill God. But the power dynamics are basically the same.
Yeah, I mean, they're huge and unstoppable.
Yep. Bruce is going to go to the pub, as one does in England. That is Bruce's partner, Anton. And giving each other crap about their outfits, but they're musicians, so comes with the territory.
I like his outfit. It's very purple.
Yeah, it's pretty
pink.
cool. And they have a I think it's like a guitar with a pick attached to something. But yeah, that's kind of cool. So what we're doing right here, they actually have a plan. They're gonna try to rob the Duke of Skygarden, but nobody wants to help because that's a horrible idea. So instead. This character named Pocket Jabari shows up, who is willing to help and clearly decent at thievery. I love the beer in the back with a tap on it. That thing is very funny.
I was waiting to just be like, wait, did they tap like just a regular beer?
They did. They just tapped a regular can of beer. So here's another one of our characters, more of an antagonist as well. This is Aquila. They are the Plague Master of Merida, so they have the Plague Mask, but they actually have a role in the court. Which is Plague Master, so guess that is a thing. But they're kind of like a mad scientist, so. And now Verm is going into the palace. This is one of my favorite NPCs in the game coming up here. When we get into the next room, just look at all this cool stuff. That is a capybara with a judge gavel.
Yeah,
it is called the Hammer of Justice, and it is Diego the capybara. And Diego says, "Do not touch the door." Or the Hammer of Justice shall smite you.
Now I know a little thing or two about not touching doors. Don't do it.
Yeah. We can't get through that door, so that's fine.
They look like they fell out of Dark Souls.
Actually, there is some Dark Souls in that one. Yeah, that is actually true, so. But yeah. Just like in real life, the guards are relatively useless.
Oh, hey, they're back.
Yep, and Stilton and Bree are back. So Stilton and Bree are kind of getting to the point where they're a little bit endearing, minor sub-characters, but they're just like, oh, is that the Chief's Reaper? Wait just a minute. This is not what I signed up for. But it's okay. They're going to get into politics. They will be just fine. They're not fighters. But we beat them up, and they tell us that, we actually did hear about this place where you might be able to get information. There's like an oracle outside of Skygarden called the Kalich. So basically, we get pointed towards Sky Garden. Bruce is also going to Sky Garden right now for a different reason. So we're going to all kind of reconvene there. In the meantime, this is King James, the King of Merida. There's a monarchy, I guess, in this rodent society, so...
I mean, there should be. Like,
yeah.
Rodent monarchy? I'm in.
I guess that it is the Rat King, right? Like, there's a lot of references to the Rat King, so...
I like the sewing needles that the guards have, or
yeah.
that is in blue.
Yep, Leo at the bottom here, the tan mouse, or kind of more blonde mouse that's walking out now. He is the Blade Master. He's like a legendary swordsman. You know, he's also kind of like a troubled good person, supposedly. So he's also really good friends with Diego, and they call each other beloved and dearest friend and stuff like that. So that's really cool. These are the Scissor Sisters.
Okay.
Rosaline and Maisie, they each have half of a pair of scissors as their weapons, so...
I love this.
I don't think that's their official name, but that's what I call them, so...
You could have just lied to me.
I think actually there are Kickstarter backers, but I don't remember that 100% for sure. But yeah, so they get to carry around the scissors. So outside now, we're outside the palace. Vermin, Shaban... are going to head on over to Sky Garden. We have a little bit of stuff to do here before we do so. So this is the merchant quarter. There's some more pistachios, by the way. We're going to go into this alley, and we're going to get some money, and then we're going to buy some drugs. So we're going to buy a magic mushroom for 8 seeds. Seeds of the currency. That's actually an odd mushroom. And then we're going to go into this house, and we're going to talk to this little girl, and she's going to notice our map and tell us that, hey, I know where that is, and mark it on the map for us. And that's really important because we need the item that's there. And Verm didn't go to school, so he doesn't know how to read a map.
Oh my god, the shoe.
All right, so we're heading out. The guardsman is a little bit sort of annoyed with us, but begrudgingly lets us exit as well. And so we're just going to head out of Merida. We're good for now. And we're going to go ahead and hop back on the Dizzy mobile here. And he says, hey, I just took some people to Sky Garden, you know? Maybe they're friends of yours. So we're going to fly over here, and we're going to get that item off of the treasure map, because the location is marked here. This is a very powerful weapon. It's basically the thing that makes the speedrun go. It is called the Who Helm. I'll get it here in just a second, once everybody kind of finishes talking and lets me move. It's in an old tube train here. And as Verm puts it when he exits here to Shaban asking what the treasure was, it's a cool hat. So it is a cool hat. It gives +10 attack and -5 defense. So it's also a little bit scary to use. But if I use it correctly, no issues with that, and we will be good to go. So we've gathered up our Who Helm that makes the run go, and now we're going to go off to Sky Garden. We're actually going to start as Bruce, though. Bruce, Anton, and Jabari. And we're getting ready to go in here. They're going over the plan again. Basically, Plan S, Anton and Bruce are going to play for the Duke, and meanwhile, Jabari is going to go ahead and steal the treasure.
What are we stealing?
We don't really, I don't think they really say quite yet, but we'll learn that very soon. Also, Bruce has to tuck his tail in because red squirrels are not welcome here, and I guess it's his tail that would give him away, even though he's got bright red paws and ears and, you know, other hand paws and all that stuff. So
that tail, though.
Yeah, the tail would definitely be a giveaway. So, all right, so we're going to go up here, and we're going to perform for the Duke. We do need to do this perfectly. This is a fun little mini game.
Is that a vape?
It is a vape. This is Duke Josh, and Duke Josh doesn't have a god weapon, but Duke Josh has a big vape and likes to hit the vape.
I like the little cocktail swords.
Yeah, and then all the guards have cocktail swords. But yeah, this is more of like an authoritarian city, so this is what they think music should sound like. Might not be able to see it if I go fast enough, but that guy's going to pass out. There he goes. All right, we're going to play this really cool song called Rat-Tailed Rover. It's just button inputs, but it's totally random, so I'm going to focus on that and everybody can enjoy the song. Wait for it.
This is my favorite part.
All right. Perfect performance. The court is very impressed, and we get 15 seeds as a tip, which we actually need to buy an item so we don't die later.
Yeah, that guy was still just passed out on the side.
Yeah, he's gonna be down for a little while. This is Hank. Hank has like a pocket gun. I don't even know what that thing is. It's pretty funny. And Jabari's stealing things while the distraction is going on, so hey, it worked. All right, and that's the treasure. It's called the Pebble of Skewin. We don't really know what it is yet, but we'll find that out later. It's related to the red squirrel thing. All right, and unfortunately, they're going to see right through this ruse because it was a plan, but it wasn't a very good plan. So we're about to get thrown in prison. We're going to have a little bit of dialogue going on here. So, Dietz, do you have a couple announcements for us?
Well, Blaze, did you know a baby porcupine is called a porcupet? Rodents are amazing.
Rodents are amazing.
That comment was by Amiable Apparition for $25. Thank you so much for your facts. Keep them coming. I want to learn more.
We can do one more.
All right. We have a $10 donation from Kerr Gibby saying, "Good luck, Moonblaze. This game looks like so much fun, and I'm amazed that this was done by one person. Like, for real, that's amazing."
That's true. Yeah, pretty much. Other than like the music and probably some of that usual like side stuff is pretty much just made by one person. So, okay, so we're gonna meet our next, our fourth and kind of last party member now. This is Gwen. Gwen rules. That's what you need to know about Gwen.
So far, I'm liking what I'm seeing.
Gwen is a lab rat. She is in prison for hitting on the Swordmaster. Which is fun. Like, I didn't point that out while we were in the throne room, but the Swordmaster is a gigantic stoat. So. and Gwen is like, "Hey, do you want to escape?"
Seems like a good plan.
And the door's open, so hey, why not? Okay. All right, so Gwen is unfortunately chained to that lock, so we have to go out and get the key. So I have a couple mandatory stealth sequences here. They're not too hard, but I can push it and get in trouble, but we'll see how it goes. But yeah, we got the key, so we can come back and... Oh, Gwen's already free. Gwen was just testing us. Leg comes off, by the way. That's kind of Gwen's deal. So part of Gwen's backstory is Gwen was a lab rat and was... experimented on, basically. So, but Gwen is gonna more than make up for it. Gwen is a very cool character, kind of a free spirit. So, all right. So now we have to do a longer stealth sequence so we can get our weapons back. And I'm gonna play this very safe.
Now, did you say this game just does not autosave ever?
It does not autosave.
Oh.
So there are a couple spots where I'm gonna take a few safety saves. Oh, right. Okay. So this is the storage room. Here's our weapons. Gwen's weapon is a scalpel.
I love this.
A sharp scalpel made of hardened steel. And she's like, "Bruce, where's your weapon?" And Bruce is like, "It's a flute. It's made of wood." And Gwen is like, "Is it a gun flute?" And then accuses Bruce of being one of those uwu soft boy types, which, relatable. So, all right, we're going to get out of here. I'm going to go ahead and equip the Who Helm on Gwen first, and we're going to head.
Can we take that D20?
We cannot take the D20, but there's some really cool contraband in that room. So, oh, I forgot to learn some skills. So this fight will take 2 rounds instead of 1, but that's okay because I also have Bruce, and so it's really still going to only take 1 round. I was just so excited to go and do that.
What does his other skill end up doing?
He has like healing abilities mainly. All right, so Gwen, we're going to get rid of these and learn these two. The two skills that Gwen just learned, by the way, the first is called Thorny Point. Thorny Point inflicts bleed on all attacks, and the other skill is called Agab. All guards are busted. And Gwen will deal extra damage to guards.
I like the sharpening of the scalpel.
Yes. So we're having an uncomfortable elevator ride here.
Very Mass Effect of it.
Yep. All right, so we're going to proceed here. That is Anton's cell. Again, just as a reminder, Anton is Bruce's partner. They don't have the keys, but we're gonna bust. We'll go ahead and so now if I get into these, I'm gonna get into encounters, which are also slow. So I need to kind of be careful again. This should be fine.
They do not pay these guards enough.
No,
at all.
No, not at all. They're not too bright. It's probably that authoritarian type education. But anyway, I have to take a quick detour over here to get some Iron Knuckles because I need even more offense. So that's done. I don't need to equip them yet, but... All right, and then I'm going to head up here, and the escape sequence is done. I'm going to have to fight these 3 guards, but then we will be in the clear.
Too bad these guards are busted.
They are busted.
She's got piercings. It's even cooler.
She does have piercings. Yep. And she also pierces the enemies. So Gwen is going to be my primary character that inflicts the bleed status. Bleed will basically just cause residual damage. It stacks at an incredible rate in this game, so my general backup strat is always going to be just to inflict a bunch of bleed on stuff. I have to unequip that so that I can equip it to Verm, even though Verm and Gwen have never met yet, but don't worry about it. There's a shared inventory.
RPG magic.
Yes.
And you told me there was no wizards.
There's a little bit. There's actually one wizard who will give us a potion in a little bit, so.
I'm so excited for this wizard.
Yep. Okay, so now we're Verm and Siobhan. I'm going to go ahead and equip that Who Helm that I just pulled off of Gwen, as well as the Iron Knuckles, which are another +3 attack. And then we're going to learn another skill and another skill.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, there's Jabari with the treasure.
Wonder who that is.
Waiting for his friends, clearly.
They're not very subtle about it. Just see
No.
that tree? I just stole that.
Yep. All right, so we're going to go ahead and talk to the Duke here. And the Duke is going to sort of confirm the whole thing about the Kalich, which again is like an oracle, and we're trying to get information that way. So while they're all talking, we've got probably time for another announcement.
All right, well, Rabbit Hikes gave us $5 to let us know that have a great run, Blaze. Non-rat fact, rabbits are often called rodents, but are lagomorphs, not rodents. Did I pronounce that correctly?
I believe I incorrectly lumped in rabbits earlier with rodents, and I truly apologize.
Oh dear, well thank you so much, Rabbit Hikes, for correcting us there.
I mean, I'm just always excited to hear about bunnies. It's cool.
It's true. All right, so we were about to leave. We hear Bruce playing from in the prison, presumably during that fight or something. And Siobhan is like, let's go help. And Verm is like, nope, not my problem. But then sort of fate compels him to
Josh.
stay anyway.
That sign just, that statue just has the word Josh on it.
Yeah, the squirrel with the vape is Josh, which is like a very fitting name. I don't know, just no offense to any Joshes out there, but it's he's joshing us a little bit.
Just Josh.
Yep. All right, so we get that guard, and we're gonna simultaneously break out of prison and break into prison, and this is a problem for them, not so much for us, because we recognize Bruce. That guard is going to go for help, and this is Captain Aiden. Aiden has some toys at his disposal. Literally, it is a toy dog. This is Sentinel Rex.
Oh no, I think I had one of these.
All right, so we've got a very scripted fight again. It should go fine here. Enjoy more awesome music. You're going to see the power of the Hu Helm plus the Iron Knuckles here when Verm attacks. Berserked Cleave on the robot for 80 damage.
That's a huge number.
That is a large number.
Oh, that dog is done for.
Yes. And also, Aiden just has a remote control, which now doesn't do anything.
He still took the time to hit the button, though.
Yeah, he wanted to beat Boo. So, all right, so that fight's done. Another boss fight. And yeah, we are ready to complete our escape sequence. Unfortunately, we forgot about, well, we didn't forget about Anton. Bruce absolutely did not forget about Anton, but we need to get out of here, Bruce. So just take the keys. We'll live to fight another day, and hopefully Anton will be okay. More on that later. But for now, we're going to get out of here. That's Lamia, by the way. I mentioned that earlier. So, Gwen was in prison for hitting on that. And Lamia is the sword master here. Very scary. And we'll see how scary here in just a second when this janitor is just minding his own business, trying not to be a narc. And yeah.
All right.
All right, so they're basically going to seal things, lock things down, and I guess that's the solution. I don't know. I won't worry about it too much. We're going to go see the Kalich. But first, we got a little dialogue here. Everybody's going to have to kind of get acquainted because nobody other than Bruce knows who Gwen is. And Bruce is just kind of sad because we left Anton behind and doesn't really want to take the lead on this one. So. But yeah, everybody's like, Verm's kind of a mad lad, and you know, I'm sure he can figure out a plan for saving Anton. And then Verm's just like, I just want to go see the Kalich so I can learn how to kill the Yellow God. So we'll do that first, and then we'll kind of figure it out after that, I guess. All right, so we're heading into the woods here. The woods have kind of a cool mechanic. You just sort of follow the breeze, and that sort of tells you which way to go. Otherwise, you end back at the beginning. So that is a pretty common dungeon mechanic, I guess. But
yeah.
It's pretty cool. Pretty well done in this game, I guess.
Wasn't our thief friend just like hanging out on that road earlier?
Yeah, we'll run into him in here in a minute. First, we got to deal with those the Scissor Sisters. So there's two of them. One's not exactly bright. The other one is definitely a little bit more of the professional. This is the not exactly bright one.
Oh, they got split up?
Yeah, they got lost because it's confusing to go around. So this is Maisie. Maisie is just kind of having a bad day at the office, a little bit lost. Have we seen your sister? Nope. And then, are you that noble mole that we're supposed to be looking for with the vagabond mouse? Nope. Okay, and we don't have to do that fight, so that's kind of nice. Unfortunately, Gwen and Verm are going to have to do a fight because Rosaline is definitely, like I said, a little bit more professional about this whole, being a guard thing or, whatever they are, soldier.
I assume you end up in a fight if you just be like, yeah, that's me.
Yeah, exactly. You can fight Maisie, but it's also you can avoid it, so. All right, so pretty easy fight again because Verm is just so incredibly overpowered, and as long as the fights don't last too long, we're generally going to be okay. And yeah, didn't even attack Verm. Classic mistake. All right. So
Doesn't even last the whole animation of the
yeah,
attack.
that's kind of unfortunate, but it is what it is, so. All right, so we've dealt with those two. We're going to get reunited on this screen. And yeah, let's make sure we just follow Verm closely now, because clearly Verm knows where he's going. I'm going to go the wrong way, by the way. Here's a wizard.
Okay.
That's a wizard worm.
Cool new snake just dropped.
Yeah, and this worm is an academic, wants to know something cool, so I'm going to tell him that I learned that felines are flammable.
Oh, I learned that too.
Kind of like what you said, like, isn't everybody weak to fire? But no, especially that cat. So, and I get an item called the Zip Zap Potion, which is going to get used I can use it to basically give a party member an extra turn. One really important thing about items that I didn't mention yet, because I haven't used them, they refresh at the beginning of every battle. So, I can use the Zip Zap Potion once every battle. I can use that mushroom I bought once every battle. Bruce is going to be very unhappy with Jabari here and fight Jabari. Bruce also learns an ability called Whack. And then is going to get stabbed with push pins, which is like nightmare fuel for me. So just if you're kind of with me on that one, just, yeah.
It's not my favorite thing to happen.
Don't think about it. It's okay. Also, there was a great like Spoony Bard reference in there in the pre-battle fight. So, because Bruce truly is a Spoony Bard. Fun fact, I do not have to win this fight. I thought for the longest time that you have to win this fight. I actually don't. So it's much faster just to lose as fast as possible. I also want to pick the wrong one here, which I did. Very good. Good job, Bruce. Oh, I accidentally healed myself. That was a mistake. I was a little too excited to finish the battle, but...
I got to see that ability, though.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
Yeah, I accidentally healed myself. Hopefully that won't happen anymore. We get to enjoy the music for a little bit longer. That's fine.
I like their little dance.
Yeah. Okay, so there's the end of the battle. Again, I don't game over. It's fine. And you know, Jabari kind of feels bad, and it's like, Bruce, you're not just a Spoony Bard. Here, you can have your treasure back. And we also give Jabari the keys so that Jabari can go, hopefully, free Anton. So, but we're gonna head up here to the. This is called the Ashen Tower. It's basically a big burned-out tree. And we're going to use the power of teamwork to open the block at the beginning. And then we're going to climb a bunch of stairs because this is an RPG. And as we have learned all week long in RPGs, you climb a bunch of stairs. So while we are climbing these stairs, this would be a great time for a couple more announcements. Deeds.
Well, we have $50 coming in from Kanban Meow, saying, wow, this teeny tiny game has it all. Turn-based RPG action, pencil-based rhythm games, doors to touch. Thanks so much to Moonblaze and RPG Limit Break for showcasing this adorable gem. Donation goes to EEL9s, which again is the naming incentive for Virtual Hide Lied that's coming up right after this run.
Awesome.
Do not touch that door. I can't believe you do this combo.
Legitimately, this is actually the hardest movement in the entire game.
It's getting darker.
I do also just want to mention one thing really quick as we're finishing up these cutscenes here. As far as I know, so this game came out, oh gosh, probably like fall of 2023, so it hasn't been out too long. This is the first time this game has been in a charity marathon that I'm aware of, so I definitely am really honored and humbled that I get to kind of share this game with people. It's brought me a lot of joy, and I really hope that you're enjoying it as well. It's a fun little speedrun. There is a glitched category where you can kind of go out of bounds and stuff, but we've not figured out, like, it's kind of hardware dependent, unfortunately, if you can do the glitches or not. So, and I'm not technical enough to know how to, like, grade my PC to be able to, like, clip through walls, so. But there is a glitched category for this game, and it's super cool. If I could do it, I would show it off, but I unfortunately just do not have. My computer is too powerful for it, I think, is what all I've been able to figure out so far. So.
What a circumstance!
Yeah, but it's a lot of fun. It's got a totally different route. It's a little bit faster. But in light of that, we are doing the old any percent category, the any percent glitchless category. So yeah, there's a VODs of the glitched run out there. It's really, really funny. You can kind of clip through corners and stuff like that on a lot of the maps. So, it's nighttime in Sky Garden. Everybody's a little bit nervous, but we'll see how the evening goes for everybody. So,
I think it's gonna be fine.
Yeah, we got Lamia on the lookout. It'll be okay.
What can they even see from there?
I mean, I assume maybe it would be a good rodent fact. Somebody can tell us if these wonderful animals have like night vision and are not. I'm assuming they're nocturnal, but yeah. Oh, hey, it's a pair of eyes.
This is probably fine.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it too much.
Yeah.
Will you pay tribute?
Oh dear.
Oh no, there's 4 of them.
I think we should pay tribute.
This is such a cool fight. It's unfortunately going to be over extremely fast because Siobhan is just like a stone cold killer now. Siobhan learned an ability called Spread Fire, which is an AoE fire ability, and yeah, they're dead. I'm sorry, not dead. They're fine. We'll actually see them again in a few minutes.
They have left.
We even heard them squawking, and we scared them off. So
I need the soundtrack. This is This is too good.
We're not even to the best of we're not even close to the best of the music. I had a friend of mine ask me to there's a boss fight that has this killer track later on and was like, Blaze, can you just like how much money do I have to give you to let that entire song play? And I was like, you know, I'll slow roll it a little bit, but I can't. It's a speed run, so we gotta make sure that we're staying on schedule here.
Yeah, at some point, we're here for a reason.
Yeah, but if you like the little bit that you will hear, you know, you can get on YouTube and listen to the rest of it for sure. So, all right, so the party's kind of getting inspiration now. It turns out that this is the old Sky Garden that was ruled by the red squirrels, and not the gray ones. So the gray ones kind of threw them out and burned the whole place to the ground, figuratively, I guess. I don't imagine squirrels could really burn a place to the ground, but
That mole's got a lighter.
they do have fireworks too. We'll see that in a second. But yeah, they all want to go back and save Anton and liberate Sky Garden, and Verm's like, y'all are idiots. That's not possible. But, you know, fate intervenes again, keeps Verm here, and Verm comes up with a plan. So we're going to initiate Plan V here in just a second.
Yeah, like Verm just kind of is reluctantly going along with this now, despite having other goals, it looks like.
Oh, yeah. Verm is slowly starting to understand that, like, it's more important to have friends than be angry all the time.
So I know, like, this is a speedrun, you're headed, like, directly down critical path lane.
Yeah.
But is there a lot of, like, world map wandering or, like... I know you mentioned side quests.
Yeah, there's a good amount of side quests. There's an optional super boss fight that you can do.
Is it the cat?
It's not. It's another human, actually.
Ooh.
Yeah, there's a lot of optional stuff in this game that I'm not going to do, and there is I think it's an all quests run. I don't remember what the alternate category is, but there is a completionist category for this game as well. So, all right, jailbreak's on. Did everybody see what Verm and the gang were doing yet? I can't remember.
I did.
Okay, they're on the backs of the owls.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is so cool. Like, you can tell like they're all on the backs of a particular owl.
Fireworks.
Fireworks are going off. You have to wait. The best is still yet to come. Hold on. Another like totally epic moment here. Wait for it. There. That is terrifying.
It's the mouse with a switchblade.
Yep. And he's coming for you.
Well, Swiss Army knife.
That's Shaban. Again, can't stick the landing, unfortunately.
We heard the squeak, though.
Yes. The horn kills me every time. I always forget he does that. Oh my gosh. All right. So this is like a two-wave fight here.
Watch out, they've got pieces of plastic.
Those things are hilarious. All right, so there's wave one. Unfortunately for wave two, we have to kind of like keep going. But we're going to use that zip zap potion that we got. I'm going to... Wait, no, I'm going to defend. Because I need an extra action point. Oh, that was supposed to be overclock. Oh, it's okay. We'll make it work. Probably.
We'll make it work.
It'll be fine. Yeah, now I'm going to overclock. And, yeah, please don't stab Siobhan to death. Thank you. Perfect. All right, fight's done. But wait, there's more. So here's my favorite part of this whole sequence. It is time for the rebellion. These citizens of Sky Garden have put up with this crap for way too long. They are fighting back with everything they have. This bat NPC with the electric guitar is actually incredible. You can go talk to them afterwards and they'll play you a song. Duke Josh is getting carried around by Lamia like a sack of potatoes, and we get to beat up Hank. So, and all the while, this amazing music is playing. All right, so for this fight, we're going to use the mushroom on Siobhan again. So I don't know if I mentioned that gives Berserk.
Ooh.
And then Spread Fire. And Stab.
You just deal so much damage.
Yeah, again, there's no RNG. Like, this is all like purely math-based, so if you know what, you're going to get the same thing every time. And also this happens. I like this because we kicked his butt. He wants to engage us in a civil debate, and we're just like, nope, we're going to shoot you out the window instead.
Have a nice
As
day
one
falling.
should do with fascists. So, all right. Going to do a little more quick skilling up here.
She's still just sharpening that scalpel in the menu.
Yep. Strength. I am going to do a quick safety save here because we're getting ready to fight Lamia, and that fight can actually be a little bit scary if things go sideways, so...
I'm very excited about the save. I see. So I was watching, they're like, they don't have a sword.
They've got that. We've pretty focused on my actions here, but I want everybody to enjoy this fight as well, so... basically, I'm going to be trying to get a 5 overclock chain on Shaban, and then they will be able to, not quite one-shot, but close enough to one-shot Lamia. By the way, remember when I fought the robot dog and I dealt 80 damage to it to kill it? That was kind of like the top of my damage curve. Now I can do... I'm going to do... If everything goes well, I'm going to do 225 damage to Lamia. And it did not. Okay, so we're going to be in a little bit of backup mode here. It'll be okay. But the reason that we're in a little bit of a backup mode now is because I just learned an ability called Focused Fire. And Focused Fire is an ability for Shaban that they deal 25% extra damage when they have full health. Unfortunately, Shaban is not going to have full health. So we're going to have to do this with a little bit less damage. And then we'll have to finish things off with our other characters.
180.
That's still very good, but it is going to drag the fight out a little bit. Oops, that is not what I meant to do. It's okay. I'm going to overclock again, I think. Okay, there we go. So I had to do a little bit of a backup there. If that fight drags on for too long, a extra soldier will show up to assist Lamia, and Lamia will eat them and get 50 hit points back. So yeah, that's the kind of guard captain Lamia is. But anyway, Lamia went out the window, so. That is the Lamia fight. That fight is pretty scary. And in the casual playthrough, it's definitely, you know, have you been paying attention moment, because it's, it's no joke, so. All right, so we're going to confront Duke Josh on the roof of Sky Garden here and demand his resignation on behalf of the people and the red squirrels and all that. And yeah, I guess he's abdicating.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he seems to have made a choice.
Yeah. So we're going to be kind of wrapping up stuff here in Sky Garden for a few minutes. So Deeds, if you have an announcement or two, we have time for those.
Yes, Tempest Mask 1000 provided $1 to say a small dono for a small saga. Hi Blaze, hi Kat. Always enjoy seeing familiar friendos doing awesome live things. Quick mouse fact, they can shed their tails, even though it likely won't grow back. Best of luck Blaze, blessing this run in the name of Berserk's Kentaro Miura.
Yeah, more on Verm's tail later. All right, so what's happening story-wise here is Bruce is going to stay and kind of rebuild Sky Garden. Gwen wants to help, and Siobhan and Verm are going to head back to Merida. So we're going to do that.
Tree now belongs to the people.
Yes, the tree has been liberated. So we're just going to wander back over here. Don't worry, Bruce will be here. Just give him a minute. It's very, like, satisfying. I don't know. It's, like, good for your lower back, I
You're
think.
very good at it, too.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, you get your whole... Like, I don't know
I mean,
if you can
I've
see it
been
at
playing
home,
this game
but,
a
like,
lot, so...
His legs are going, too?
Yeah.
I don't think you can see that on camera.
You gotta get your whole body into the dizzy. You can't just half dizzy. You gotta go all the way, so...
You gotta commit.
Yep. All right, so we've got a brief interlude here. This is the lore master of Sky Garden. I guess he did escape, and he's going to inform King James about what happened. And King James is going to be like, wait a minute, they're overthrowing kingdoms? That's not good for me. So
I have a kingdom.
I'm a king. I have a kingdom. I have a crown on my head. He's also a little bit annoyed with Leo because the Scissor Sisters didn't stop Verm and Siobhan, so he's insisting that Leo goes and deals with it personally. And also, we're bringing back the Plague Master. Leo just has very sad eyes. I don't know why.
I like anytime the text gets really big.
Yeah.
It's exciting for me.
Yeah. Sometimes the rodents just have a very large voice.
And the cat.
And the cat. Yeah. Cats are loud. Cats are like
I
meow, and it's just like, oh my god, shut up.
Just imagine you were smaller than the cat. That's got a bellow.
Yeah. Well, the capybara is quite large. I don't know. Yeah. So this is Blade Master Leo. Yeah. I'm not trying to specifically pick certain dialogues. It doesn't make that much of a difference, but there are a couple where you sort of do need to pick the right one, or it'll be a lot longer, or it'll just loop. So
it went by very quickly, but I think we just told this person that we're a cosplayer.
no, he said he's a Leo cosplayer.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna fight Leo. Leo is way too powerful for us. Basically, Leo is here to kill Verm and bring Siobhan back as like basically at the behest of her mother because she's like a princess. So Verm is trying his best. But as Leo points out, Verm, you have no weight. There's no weight behind your strikes. Okay, we do manage to break his blade, which is pretty cool. And that's sort of relevant for what's about to happen. All right, so Leo's going to do his like power move. And ow.
We don't have that much hit points.
No, but it was localized entirely to Verm's eye, so it's okay.
Doesn't make it better.
Yeah, but it was actually pretty important that we broke the Blade Master's sword because in theory, like, it would have gone further than the eye. So Verm lost an eye. He probably could have lost a lot more. But you know, we'll figure out what happened to Verm later. He kind of just fell into the river. We don't have any idea. You know, our friend might be gone. It might be the small saga of Siobhan now, for all we know. But yeah, so this is the end of Act 2. This is the end of summer. And we will be proceeding on to Act 3. And Act 3 starts in the service of the Plague Master. London still being London.
Looks the same.
Yeah. So we're a little more than halfway through the run so far, Kat. How are you doing?
This is very cool. I have provided zero insightful commentary, and that's how I wanted it to be.
I don't agree with that, but okay.
I mean, okay.
Well, here's my point. A lot of people haven't seen this game before. You are the voice of those people.
I am on a thrill ride, and I'm enjoying this a great deal.
Good. I'm glad
this game is very cool, and I want to randomize it.
Nice. All right. So the Plague Master is kind of back to work in the lab. We're going to retrieve some screwdrivers for him. And I guess while we're doing that, we can get another announcement, Beats.
All right, well, we're going to slightly deviate away from rodents for this, but we got a $25 donation from Night Flyer that went, that's helping out the Return to Condor run. This incentive is called the Cow Percent Easter Eggs incentive. I don't know what that is, but that sounds really cool. And if you're not interested in the bid wars coming up, that is the next incentive coming up that you can put your money towards.
Awesome.
We got a new hat.
Yes. But we're still wearing the Who helm, so we're still doing a bajillion damage, relatively speaking. So, fun fact about that fight, you're sort of reluctantly asked to fight that robot. If you don't want to fight the robot, you don't have to. It will eventually just kind of explode on its own. But you feel a little bit better about yourself because you weren't the one who did it, so... And then what we find out after this is the Plague Master has a secret project they're working on called Excalibur. And also they want us to kind of like take over for them when they die because rodents don't live for very long. So we kind of accept, we get the rest of the day off, and tomorrow when we show up to work, I guess we'll get to see the Excalibur. We're going to leave Merida because nobody minds. We're also going to go talk to this portrait of Lord Cheesecake. I stumbled over that. That is Lord Cheesecake. I want to make sure that is very clearly stated.
That possum also that I saw like a corner of looked very good.
Yeah, there's some good portraits. I think that's more like Kickstarter stuff because, again, this was a Kickstarted game. So, but we got a key out of Lord Cheesecake's portrait that will become helpful later.
The book nook.
Yeah. Cute stuff for sure. And Stilton and Bree have taken to politics. They're up on the soapbox there, literally. And yeah, we get to go on a little excursion. Siobhan is going to head back over to Sky Garden and see how their other friends are doing, and we get to do the Dizzy again.
Dizzy's just waiting on this roof for months for us.
Yeah, I could see that. We're a little bit on rails here right now. We can't do any world exploration, so Dizzy just takes us right to Sky Garden. Dizzy says, you don't have to pay me, I'm on the payroll from the new management of Sky Garden. So clearly stuff has changed here in Sky Garden. Hey, there's flowers already too. That's kind of cool.
So far, so good.
Yeah, this seems promising. Okay, more flowers. And hey, that looks like a democracy, a council of some sort, and they're discussing things. Civilly, I might add. And Siobhan shows up and... well, democracy's, we're going to take 5, everybody.
Oh, that's Bruce.
Yep, yeah,
New
Bruce.
outfit.
Yeah, Bruce changed things up a little bit. He's feeling a little bit more comfortable with himself. And they have exciting news for Siobhan. They found Verm's sword. So, but it's not in very good shape. So we need to go ahead and get that fixed up and cleaned up. So Gwen knows a place. They need access to something called a God Forge.
I saw that pop up in the text.
Yeah.
I'm here to reforge this Swiss Army knife.
Yep. So we're gonna work on restoring this for our friend, because we're sure gonna find him, and you know, then everything will be better. So, also Anton, no, you can't come. Stay here. Stay here and support democracy.
Recruit like one of the Scissor Sisters to replace.
I don't
Worm.
think there's any other playable characters. Interestingly enough, so Lance at the very beginning of the game, and I'm not sure if this is sort of like being dedicated to the whole bit or whatever, but if you open up Lance has like an entire skill tree, and you don't get any skill up points before Lance meets their end. So interesting choice. But yeah, so we go to Whitehall, which is like the research lab where Gwen lived before escaping. There's also a wonderful mouse here who is on their union break eating a strawberry, which I wholeheartedly endorse. In fact, we'll talk more about that in a little bit. He's on break. He's eating a strawberry. You know, he can't be bothered. He can't work right now. He's off the clock. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and go through the sewer instead because, you know, sewers in RPGs. Why not?
You can't like just open the door as a mouse.
No, you can't. You have to kind of just deal with what you have access to. So
Every sewer area in this game just gives me Super Mario RPG vibes.
yeah, for sure. All right, so the mechanic here is I want to avoid, for the most part, those drains because they will knock me off. And as we progress through, kind of like every time I get into a new room, we're learning more about Gwen's backstory. You know, I won't really go into too much of it, but Gwen lived in the lab with all of her friends. I'm going to hold on here and sneak behind this encounter so I don't have to do it. But then, you know, Gwen had a falling out with the person who was kind of wanted to believe that they were serving a purpose by being in the lab. So, yeah, Gwen was like, screw that, I'm out of here. They took my legs. I'm not gonna stick around here any longer. So I do want to get knocked off this one, by the way. So yeah, so that's basically the backstory, and then this is the first time that Gwen is going to be back since she left. So. have one more sequence of pipes to get through here. And I'm going to wait because I feel like I don't want to get knocked off of this one either. So, okay. We are good. We are going to head in and... Hey, the mouse is here. And hey, the ladder's back. Now, you have a choice. You can either be mean or you can be very supportive of the mouse. I always like to support workers. So, you know, good job, perfect ladder. I really appreciate it. That'll be very helpful when I come back next time.
Doing a great job, Johnny.
Yeah. And yeah, now we're going to go take a swim in the toilet.
Oh, perfect.
So,
beautiful.
Yeah.
This is like one of my fears.
There, and thud. Gwen, I don't ever want to do that again. All right, I do have to do a little bit of menuing here. I need to unequip these iron knuckles, and then I have to learn a couple more skills on Gwen, this side. So I deal a little bit extra damage to bleeding enemies, which everything bleeds with Gwen, so basically just extra damage. All right, and we're gonna head on up here to meet Gwen's friends, and oh, the cages are all empty. That's weird. Or she calls them houses, which I think is very cute. So we're gonna head on over here. By the way, you can push that button, just not now. It's kind of fun. Definitely recommend it.
This is a huge rabbit.
This is George the rabbit.
I love this bunny.
George has had some work done on their face, as you can tell. Has a double scalpel. And yeah, George is Gwen's ex, and basically they had a breakup, falling out, and I need to make sure I do this right. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and fight Gwen's ex. Won't be a particularly long fight. We're going to deal a lot of damage. Interestingly enough, I cannot use the Who Helm for this fight, or I will die. Because I will take more damage than I will deal.
I like their scalpel. I know you pointed out it's like a double scalpel, but like we should have that too.
Yeah. I think they're also wearing like a strip of scrubs or something. It's very like, yeah, something. So, but yeah, so we kind of just, again, we can do enough damage to get through that fight. It looks close, but it's perfectly safe. So, and I love this scene. So George doesn't really understand Gwen and thinks that she's weak because she ran away from everything. And Siobhan intervenes and says Gwen is, you know, expressing herself and is strong, and you know that is a good thing, and that is strength. So, and here's our Godforge. It's a Bunsen burner. So, all right, and so that's that sequence. We are coming up on Bruce's part of this now. So Bruce has gone to Vinium. Mind the Gap, by the way. That's our mandatory Mind the Gap in any game made by a British developer. So, presumably, I assume it's in the bylaws or whatever. So
there are magic girls in this game.
There are. That is a save point. So, so Vinium is like the Roman town. It's run by shrews, I think. I'm gonna quickly go over here. So I mentioned earlier I needed to get those 15 seeds from the music minigame. It's so I can buy this Scudum here. It's a lovely shield, and it will help me not die when I'm wearing the Who Helm. Also, there's a cat. And also, this whole place is made of Legos.
Yeah,
Lego
I
bricks,
love the
if
toy
you were.
store, everything like the Monopoly board.
Yeah.
At the beginning.
Whoops, sorry.
Big
also,
hospital.
Also, they kind of keep slaves here. You know, very on. They went all in on the Roman thing. So, but yeah, this guy is a really good slave. His name is Ghost, and oh my God, it's Verm. All right, so Verm, after Verm got defeated by Leo, washed up in Vinium, and basically got put into servitude, and is happy as a mushroom farmer now. So is comfortable being a mushroom farmer in this shoebox full of dirt and who knows what. So, so yeah, it sends Bruce away, and unfortunately, Bruce is going to get thrown into the Circus Maximus because it is Chariot Tuesday, which is a very important day on the calendar. I just want everybody to know. So on Chariot Tuesday, there are gladiator fights, but there's also chariot races. And this is very important. So
My mind is racing as to what a chariot will be in this.
Oh,
and
it's the
I am
best.
so excited.
It is actually the best thing in this entire game. So, all right, I have to equip all of this stuff, and then I also have to learn a couple more skills.
Hey, their name's not Ghost anymore.
No, it's Verm. So Verm hears that like there's going to be a red squirrel in the gladiator fights tonight, and Verm's like, oh, that doesn't sound good.
This is so good.
I better help my friend. All right, so here's the Colosseum. This is kind of like the rich merchant person and the leader of the Roman town or whatever. And for your entertainment this evening, are you not entertained? Here is a red squirrel, and we're gonna make him fight a scorpion.
The Lego lightsaber.
Yep. Oh yeah, all the Legos here. So okay, so Verm shows up. This is where we're gonna get that Lego brick, by the way. Wait for it. Wait for it. You found a brick.
You found it.
All right, we're going into battle with a brick.
Bigger now.
Yeah, the brick is solid. It's also just funny, right? Like you're fighting with a Lego.
Yeah.
But it's also like a Buster Sword size Lego, relatively speaking. So
We could trick people into stepping on it. We'll be unstoppable.
all right, we've got a couple more scorpion fights here. So Deeds, if you have an announcement for us, we can fit that in.
Well, once again, just a big thank you for reaching that Lego brick incentive that we did raise $500 to make
Yes,
that happen.
thank you so
thank
much.
you so much.
Yes.
We also just got $25 in from Vanivan saying, best of luck to my devastatingly handsome friend, Moonblazewolf, on the run tonight. Put this money towards Runner's Choice, and can I get the audience there to give me their best woo?
Oh, hold on that, actually. I will call for the awoo. No, there's actually an awoo coming up in the game. It's pretty great.
All right.
But thank you, Vani. And yeah, I'm just putting my runner's choice to the next unmet incentive, which I think is
The cow percent.
the cow percent. Yes, thank you. Yeah.
All right, I'll put a pin in this woo.
Yeah, just it's almost time to awoo, but there's a saying in this game, ghosts and muswolves, and I think that kind of means like werewolves. I don't know what the mus part comes from exactly, but we are about to fight the actual muswolf, so there will be an awoo momentarily, and you're all welcome to awoo along. So
Mus is like the Latin scientific designation for mouse. It's like mus musculus.
Okay, so mousewolf. Okay. All right, so we defeated all. Oh, here's the chariot, by
This
the way.
beautiful chariot.
Guess who's fitting in that thing?
I guess it's gonna be Verm. If Bruce fits in there, I can't make a comical threat here.
Okay, awoo. Awoo! All right, Bruce is in the car.
Naturally.
This is
Oh my
adorable.
God.
You can't tell me this isn't this is the most epic battle in this history of RPGs.
Bruce is just white knuckling that steering wheel pedal to the metal.
He's very focused.
Is this the song?
No, this is we were driving around in this thing. It's also a good song, but no, the hilarious part of this is just watching Bruce drive the car. All right, that's the fight, and what a fight it is.
Go, Ghost, go.
Oh,
I
this
was
is the
trying to
best.
read the signs. We slowly drive around in a circle.
Also, just have to point out Bruce was driving on the left. All right, so we've defeated all of the scorpions and the champion Muswolf, and so now we have earned our freedom. Kind of, mostly just the rich merchant person kind of gets told to stop throwing ambassadors from other towns into the Colosseum. So,
It's
and then
fun.
the emperor, I guess we would say, of Vinium, asks Verm what he can do to repay him, offers us a house, which you can actually decorate in the game, which is really cool. And Verm tells him that the slaves at the mushroom farm, that needs to be made into a co-op, and they need to be made the owners of that. So that's pretty cool. All right, Dizzy's back. We are back. We have saved Verm. And guess who else is here? our other friends, the friends are all back together, and they're
Everyone is
very
here.
excited to see Verm. So, but we're gonna go inside because it's raining out here, and we've got some important Verm-related updates. While Verm was here, Verm's friends were all working very hard to make sure that they knew that they were thinking about him and that he was ready to go. So. So there's Verm's new sword. It's been reforged and repainted by Shaban. We will not be using that, by the way, because you all met the incentive for the Lego brick. So we're just going to use that for the rest of the run. But it does look pretty cool.
Is it mechanically different?
No, it's the same. It's it's stronger. And then Gwen made Verm a prosthetic tail, which is pretty cool. And he immediately has better balance and learns an ability called Nimblefoot that is going to save us in a particular fight later on. So, yeah, very cool like growth part. And yeah, everybody's back together. Verm is starting to understand that having friends is really cool, and you know, your friends will do nice things for you. So, all right, but we are headed back to Merida now. We are done with this part of Act 3. So all aboard the Dizzy train. I have a menu coming up where I will equip the brick, by the way, so I'm not forgetting that at all. Just so everybody, I don't want you to think that you're getting shorted, you know, brick-related content that will remind you of all the fun times that we had on Chariot Tuesday. So, if only this run could have been on Tuesday, I would have not stopped making that joke for like the entire last half of the run. All right, so we're back in Merida here. We're going to head in, and we got that key out of the Portrait of Lord Cheesecake. Shaban doesn't really have the dexterity to go and open the door, but Verm does, so Verm is going to head up here.
So they're just letting us back in? Like,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
fine.
come on back. It's cool.
Yeah, I don't think that gatekeeper particularly likes his job, so. All right, so we open the mystery door, and we'll see what's hiding here behind the mystery door. It is the Mystery Wand, which is an upgraded wand for Shaban, which is very good. All right, done in the mystery house, mystery door, and I'm going to do some re-equipping here. So we'll go ahead and get that brick on Verm.
I like the description just says it's literally a brick.
It's literally a brick. Yep. Yeah, I want to make sure everybody sees that. Literally a brick, +2 attack. Mystery Wand, Blue Helm, Scudum Iron Knuckles, and Gwen gets the mushroom. And then Gwen's fine. We need another HP and a bunch of strength here for Siobhan. Okay, we're good there. Everybody's ready to go for this next part. The next part is actually Verm and Gwen are going to go on a date.
I read that in the notes, and I got very excited, but I'm like, I can't spoil this for the people at home.
Yeah, no, it's cool because the friends kind of are like, you know, I think those two have a little bit of chemistry, you know, with their shared experience with the tail and the feet or the legs. So, you know, they should get some time to get to know each other better. Like, we've had this whole time to be friends, and Verm was just kind of
Sir Chad
picking mushrooms. Yeah, I don't want to lie to Gwen. She'd probably
It's
cut me.
ratless.
Yeah, it's ratless. So we have to kind of give Gwen a tour of Merida here. We're going to start with the wharf, and Verm tells the tale of how they entered the city through the labyrinth, and Gwen's like, that doesn't sound right, but sure. And then we're going to go to the palace, and we're going to decide that it's too hoity-toity. And then my favorite part of the date will be after this. So
I like the little cat fountain.
the cat fountain's
It's
cool,
real
yeah.
cute.
All right, so now we're going to go to the merchant quarter. And you ever gone on a coffee date? I don't know if you're a coffee person,
I
but
have.
they're on a coffee date.
My
It's
God,
so
she's
cute.
got blue hair.
Gwen has blue hair. Verm has a matcha latte. They're talking about it. It tastes green.
Tastes green.
That is the assessment.
I'll be honest. I purposely seek out drinks that are blue because
Okay.
I want something that tastes blue.
Okay, you know, colors have a flavor. There's also a really cool sequence here where Gwen asks Verm if Verm likes boys or girls, and Verm is like, you know, I haven't really had time to think about that, and I kind of just don't really worry about stuff like that. So we have an asexual hero in our game. I think that's really cool. So, and then I do just want to shout out very quickly. This is D. They're writing an RPG and making good progress. Just a few more tasks to go. I believe that is intended to be the creator's NPC in the game, so I just want to shout that out really quick. Oh, I kicked that ball.
You interrupted the ball.
I didn't mean to.
Reset the run.
I had a red 13 moment. All right, and then the last thing Gwen wants to see is where the normal people live. So that's kind of like the slums here. And we see Stilton and Bree, and they're like, "Hey, Verm, where have you been?" And Verm's like, "I died." And they're like, "Oh, that's pretty cool." All right, date's almost over. We're just going to go ahead and climb on top of Sir Chad here and stare off over the site of Merida. Very cool scene. I'm not 100% certain on this, but I believe there's this scene and one other scene that I believe impact. There's slightly different endings that you can get to this game. And I believe that this might be one of the choices that affects that, but I don't know for sure. So don't get mad at me in chat if I'm wrong.
This has got big Final Fantasy VII energy here.
It does. It's
the
definitely
music.
like we're on top of the waterfall. So yeah, but we just don't know who we are at this point. And Gwen's like, you know, when this is all over, we should make a gold statue of you like Duke Josh. And Verm's like, please don't do that. Foreshadowing. All right. Onward. So Siobhan is going to go ahead and check in with her boss, Aquila, the Plague Master here. And we'll see what they've been up to. Just seeing friends doing mole stuff, you know.
Doing mole stuff.
Yep. And we're going to head into... Aquila has decided that they trust us enough to show us Excalibur, so we're gonna go and see what all the hubbub is about here with the secret weapon and the secret project. So we're gonna go through this tunnel. It's very dark.
The anticipation.
Yeah,
I'm so excited.
We're building the anticipation.
How does he hit the buttons?
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. That is a concern I have as well about this scene, but it's fine. There's a button was hit. That's all that matters.
Yep, he's got a remote control in his pocket.
Yeah. He does have some remote controls, so it would make sense. All right, so they're talking about human history, and they're talking about something specific called fire eggs, which kind of sounds like a bomb. I don't know. Trying to think of what else would be a fire egg.
I
So we're gonna head
eagerly
in
look
here.
forward to finding out.
So yeah, we're gonna head in here. We're actually in the clock tower now, and Nicola's like, "Go push that button." And Siobhan's excited because all I've ever wanted to do is push a button.
If they put it right there and they just tease you with it,
Yeah.
I hope
Yep.
I hit that button.
All right. So this is Excalibur. It is an unexploded World War II bomb that they found, and I guess somehow got loaded onto a catapult and or a ballista.
And it's hooked up to a cell phone.
It's hooked up to an iPod or cell phone. Yep, and they're basically going to shoot it at Parliament. So that is Aquila's bright idea. Unfortunately, in the process, they're going to kill a ton of the rodents that live in Merida, which Siobhan thinks is horrible, but Aquila's kind of just like, they're very deviant and dirty and poor, and they're not worth it anyway. Like, I don't want to let them get in the way of my grand plan to kill a bunch of people.
I can't believe we have to push this guy out of the tower.
I know. We can't do that quite yet, but in the meantime, we're definitely going to quit as Aquila's apprentice. So, good job, Siobhan, making good life choices. All right, but it's no matter, you know, it'll just be what it's going to be anyway. So, so we're getting caught up here with the rest of the party at the pub. We're gonna kick back and have some plates of food, apparently.
The longbow cider.
Yeah, longbow is a good cider. I haven't had a longbow in a while. And Stilton and Bree are over here, and they're ready to start a rebellion too. And now they've heard about the whole weapon thing, and they're like, "All right, it is time. It is time to rise up." So
Can we talk about that waiter though?
the waiter. I
is that
love the
hair?
waiter.
Yes, that's hair.
It's a mustache. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead over here, and we're really ready. Oh,
very
I might
good.
have been looking at it. I was looking at the bartender.
Yeah, you'll see it when you rewatch the run.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Another interlude here with the
Cool new red mage.
this guy. Yeah, he's kind of like the he's very eager to climb the corporate ladder here, or the royal ladder, I guess, so to speak. He's like, I want to go put down the rebellion, and the king's like, great, that sounds like a wonderful idea. And Leo's like, oh no, what have I done? You know, this whole thing is just spiraling out of control. But it is almost rebellion time. And the rebellion will start with Bree on a soapbox trying to stir up the people, and then the overeager royal soldiers kind of coming in and pushing everything, you know, trying to put everybody down. So it's time to inspire a nation, Kat.
Again.
We fight. Yep.
I like how this is a reoccurring theme.
Yes. And there's the brick.
We're ready.
We're not going to use it in this. We will use it, I promise. But for now, Siobhan is just going to take care of everything. We're actually going to have a bunch of fights that are pretty much all exactly like this. So, Deeds, if you have some announcements, you can probably get in 2 or 3.
Blah, blah, blah. Some marketing speech here about how great we are. Honestly, who cares? Yes, we publish games, and you should only care for the games. Enjoy our games, wishlist them, and support cool indies. Take a look at Drova, Spindle, Elements, Destiny, Chained Echoes, and Crosscode. This blurb, of course, is from a sponsorship blurb provided by Deck 13.
I like the colored pencil.
Yes,
wall.
the barricade. Yeah, I've heard of that. I've heard of that Chained Echoes game. I hear that's pretty good.
It's kind of neat.
Yep. You can keep going, Deeds.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I'm fresh out of facts here. It'd be great to even just $1 to let me know some more things. That said, all it takes is $5 to get in on some of these prizes, and this prize block is gonna end after the virtual highlight game coming right after this one. It's not that long of a game. We've got some really cool prizes. We've got from the Final Fantasy X run we did prior to this, we've got some really cool Waka, Riku, and a Chibi Ifrit Perlers that you can get. There's also a sizable cube-shaped Moogle that you can get, a Moogle plush. There's also these really cute mini Megaton hammers. I mean, we've been seeing lots of really fun hammers in this game as well. Again, $5 gets you these things. There's also the giant Whale Lord plush that you can get just from a cumulative $75 sum if you donate anytime now up to the end of the marathon. Not to mention the Buster Sword that is a cumulative $250 as well.
Awesome. Yeah, I want that Moogle cube. That thing is so adorable. But yeah, we are done with those guard fights now. We have reached the palace. All these guards, and there's just the rebellion is, wait for it, 6 of us.
Yeah, our lighter hits everybody.
We have successfully, yeah, we could just kind of go up there, take out the whole battalion. No, but we've successfully created a diversion, so it is time to sneak in the palace. Stilton has a shortcut. So we're going to follow Stilton here. It's very quiet and ominous, but we are rapidly approaching the last couple fights of the run here.
Stilton was, oh no, it's that S.
Stilton was here, W-O-Z. Heck, rude.
I would vote for Stilton.
Yeah, Stilton's an okay fella. All right, before we head in here, I'm going to get split up, so I need to do a little bit of re-equipping. I just need the Who Helm. And we've got another interlude here. This is the one where Leo grows a backbone. So just waiting for them to discuss things. The king is basically like, yeah, I'm on board with Aquila's plan to drop the bomb on my own kingdom. So Leo has finally seen the light. Is not longer interested in being in this administration.
Once again, the monarchy has failed us.
Yeah. So it's time to end the monarchy here. And there is a very sad scene for all the Diego fans in attendance. It's Big Stompy. Diego and his beloved Leo are going to throw down. We don't get to watch this, unfortunately, but we will see the aftermath, kind of.
Look at that dog.
This is some of the adorable like Kickstarter stuff, I'm pretty sure, again. So I think they drew a lot of like pets and things like that. So okay, I just want to double check that my equipment is good. Yeah, that's fine. Not a creature was stirring.
Not even two mice, a mole, and a squirrel.
Yeah. Yep. All right, so we're split up for the moment. I'm going to do a quick safety save. And we're going to head up to confront Aquila over the Excalibur.
I like how like this game has wasted no time with its plot.
Yeah.
We're just like, no, we're going. We've got things to do.
Yeah, and there is like every character really does get kind of like a nice side plot as well, like a B plot to kind of round them out as well, which is really nice. Again, definitely recommend checking out the full game if this looks fun to you. I promise you it's way more fun to not speedrun, especially the first time. And then if you want to speedrun it, you can certainly do that as well. There's no specific speedrunning Discord for this game, but you can talk speedrunning on the game's Discord and it's totally fine. So
you could just send a fax to Moonblaze.
Yeah. Send it, but you can send it by pigeon mail. All right, so this is the song. This is the epic song.
All right, I'm ready.
So everybody enjoy the Anthropocene, which I told myself before I started the run I was gonna look up what that actually meant, and I forgot to do that. So, but I heard it's cool. So this is actually a timed fight, which is a little bit tricky at first, but I should be able to finish it in about 40 seconds or so. But yeah, enjoy the song. I'm not going to talk.
Our planet faces an unprecedented threat. We must act. Time is running out.
All right. Like I said, if you want to hear the whole thing, it's so good. It is such a good song. And it's like a boss theme, and it actually works perfectly as like a boss theme too. So yeah, definitely go check that out on like YouTube or something like that.
This game has gone so hard on all of its boss themes.
Oh, it goes
This
hard.
is so good.
This game does not mess around in all of the ways. All right, so we can't disarm the bomb, but we can disarm the ballista. So we're gonna do that, and we'll save everybody in Merida that way. It's the 13th hour, which if you've been following the plot of the game, that is the time when all of the stuff is supposed to happen. So very ominous. All right, and now I'm going to save one more time, and then we're going to go fight Leo with a brick. Now, part of why I wanted to show this is you actually get some funny alternate dialogue when you fight Leo with the brick. So I'm going to make sure that I show that as well as part of the incentive. And again, thank you so much for donating for that. It really means a lot to me that folks would donate for something that they probably had no idea what that meant. And maybe it just sounded cool. I don't know. But yeah, we get to fight Leo with a brick.
Who is sitting on the throne now.
Yeah, but he doesn't want to be king. He's worried that we're going to want to be king.
Can I sneak in a donation real quick?
Yes, that's fine.
We have Eris TGD saying, I don't have a rodent fact, but I have my favorite marsupial fact. Ooh. Did you know that wombats poop in cubes?
Wow.
Donation goes to Couch's Toys. What?
Wow. All right, here's the funny dialogue. He's like, what is that, a brick? If you don't wish to take this duel seriously, then that's your prerogative. Not that a real sword would have saved you. All right, so I have to do exactly the sequence or I will die. So I learned Nimblefoot now because I have a tail and it will save my life. No, 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 no.
They're so confused.
Yeah. All right. Ow. It's fine. Go, Brick, go!
Alright.
Imagine being the kingdom's most legendary swords mouse and you get defeated by a Lego brick.
It is a really large Lego brick, like bigger than you.
Yeah, that's true. It's comically large. All right, so that is the Leo fight. We did it with the brick. That's fun. And now we are off to the final boss sequence. So we're going to head in here. We are going to get all reunited, and we are going to face this challenge together.
I like how he's just kind of like, all right, cool. Thanks for hitting me with a brick. You may go.
Yeah, he's kind of accepted his fate. So, all right, I'm going to get that off of them. Okay, should be good. Oh, I need to learn one more skill, or I will fail this fight horribly. Oh, not that one. But I can fix it. It's fine.
I love this little modular system where you can just move your points around.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Suit your fights.
And then, yeah, you can, like, reallocate them for other fights later on, too. It's great.
So each save point seems to have, like, a bit of lore in it.
Yeah, they do that as well, which is kind of cool. All right, so the last skill I had to learn there is called Channeled Fury, and I would have a very hard time defeating the first phase of this final boss fight without it, because the final boss, phase 1, is a smoke machine. It has a ton of defense, but the way that Channeled Fury works is it stacks damage on top for every stack of Berserk that you have, and it goes on top, so it kind of ignores defense, basically. So very helpful for finishing this. All right, and this is, oh, by the way, this is the House of Commons in a video game, in like a retro style in a video game, and I had to actually like look this up and confirm that before the run, because I was like, that's probably someplace really famous, and sure enough, it is the House of Commons in the British Parliament. So, so we're just walking up here. If you want to, you can actually walk next to your best friend, or your other best friend.
This is awesome.
Or your other best friend.
This is such a build up.
Yeah, it's pretty epic. I love the background. Like the art style for this is incredible, and then these bosses are very neat sprites as well. So, all right. So first up is the smoke machine. We can kill it with the brick. Very important.
Can it bleed?
We're gonna dent it horribly. It does not bleed.
Oh.
All right, and yeah, because of Channeled Fury, I'll actually deal actual damage to this thing. All right, so that's phase 1. That's an actual thing, by the way, too. That scepter that's up there in Parliament. There's a big gold scepter, I guess. So,
okay.
Or it's like a mace, I think, technically. So
I'm learning.
we're gonna use it like a mace in a minute. You'll see. But it is time. It is time to confront the Yellow God. It is time to confront the Worm's past. So this is a 2-phase fight here. We're gonna start with the Feet of God. Quite large and scary and stompy. We can get through this pretty quickly. We're just going to use a mushroom on Siobhan. And then we're going to spread fire, and that'll be enough damage. Move on to the final phase. This is the Hands of God.
Unnerving looking hands.
Yeah, they're like, they've got like a Hylix quality to them or something.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to use the Zip Zap potion on Siobhan, and we're going to start stacking overclock charges, kind of like we've done for a couple other big fights in this run. We're going to stick each of them with a shield break. All right, now we're going to hope Siobhan doesn't get attacked here. If she does, it's okay. It's just going to slow things down a little bit. Okay, she got attacked. It's fine. Because I need that bonus for the full health.
Yeah, 25%.
Yep. So, second shield break. And then I need to heal with Bruce so that Siobhan goes back to full health. They will not attack on turn 2, so I'll just have to go a turn later now. They're charging up. Oh, then that happened. Okay, that's actually really bad. That is like the actual thing that can happen that is not good. We'll see how this plays out. I think I'll see. This is just very bad luck. We got to deal a certain amount of damage to get Siobhan out of there. Okay. Unfortunately, the Berserk is going to wear off now. So I think I'm going to need to go into backup strats here. Yeah. Oh, that was also not good. I can't do that. Defend. And defend. Yeah. This is just very, very unfortunate. So I'll do what I can here. It's possible I will have to do a reset. But we'll hopefully not have that happen. There's a lot of damage to chew through. Let's see here. And if Siobhan gets hit again, she's just going to die, so... I'm going to try to just take one of them out. Alright, and I actually need to keep Gwen alive also. Oh, the brick is not helping at this point. I just realized, yeah, so... I am unfortunately going to go over estimate because of how this boss fight has gone, so sorry about that. Let me take a look here. Because if I reset, I have to go all the way back to that other phase. Yeah, I'm probably just going to go ahead and do a reset, I think. I think that would be better than keep going here, so give me just a second.
Let's get some hype for Blaze.
Sorry, I know this is possible. It just hasn't. This is like the perfect sequence of things that this boss could do to troll me. So,
I do have some donations I can
Yeah.
read in the meantime.
That'd be great. Appreciate it. It won't take that long to get back to the fight. So,
All right. Well, Burr6 sent us $25 saying, so happy to see Blaze running Small Echoes. Wait, that's not it. Chain Saga? Yeah, that must be it. We also have $25 from Manic Purple Tentacle saying, I am so glad I stayed up to watch this speed run. This is my introduction to Small Saga, and it is just so darn cute. Thank you, moonblazewolf, for showcasing this run, and thank you, RPG Limit Break, for this marathon for such a lovely cause.
if you want to do one or two more while I'm doing the refights, we've certainly got time.
Sure. We also have $30 from My Hero Zero and another $25 from Pinquo Trio. Thank you so much for your contributions. Just a quick reminder, this is all going towards NAMI, or the National Alliance on Mental Illness. It's the nation's largest grassroots mental health organization. NAMI provides advocacy, education support, and public awareness to improve the lives of all individuals and families affected by mental illness. NAMI exists to ensure that no one is alone on their mental health journey.
That's right. And again, I just want to reiterate, like, I think this game is an incredible, it's very modern, first of all. A lot of the language that is used in the dialogue in the game is, you know, very modern in form and deals with a lot of very modern issues, things that people are dealing with, and does so in a very mature and very cool way, frankly. You don't get to play a lot of RPGs where from right to left here, or yeah, am I right to left? We have an asexual character, a non-binary character, a bisexual character, and a gay character. So, pretty cool RPG party, if you ask me.
Absolutely. What can the smoke machine even do to you?
It makes you drunk, basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It has a different... I can't remember what the word is that it actually uses, but yeah, that's essentially what it is. So yeah, we'll be back to the hand soon, and hopefully they will not do that again. And I think if I just use a slightly different skill with Gwen, I would have been fine too, but I haven't gotten trolled that hard in a while, so I apologize for not handling that as I would have liked in retrospect. So we'll get there.
Marathon luck.
Yeah, it is. It is one of those things. I'm gonna do my best to not make it worse. All right, we're back. We're back, baby.
All right, here we go.
Yep. Round 2. If you get anything else, Deeds, feel free to fire it off.
Certainly, we have Mr. Shasta saying, I wish I was able to catch more, but glad you were able to do this run, Blaze. Good luck with the end of the mouse game. Little heart symbol at the end. We also have $25 from Adam N saying, first intro to this game, and I've never slammed the buy button so fast on Steam. Thanks for the great run.
Heck yeah, thank you. All right. Okay, we're back in business. Please do not grab Siobhan again. Okay, that's fine.
All right.
That's a lot of bye. Okay, that's the end of the combat. It's not time yet. We still have to grab this mace. I don't know how this works physics-wise, but don't worry about it. Whack. And yes, we haven't killed a god, but we have certainly instilled a fear of rodents into this god. As Verm says,
that's no Lego brick.
Run. Presumably in a mouse voice, but maybe Verm knows one word. I don't know.
He used the other font.
Yeah. Yeah, Verm got to use the cool font. Yeah, unfortunately never puts the brick on Verm's back. It's always just one of the swords, but yeah. Oh yeah, remember the bomb?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the bomb just went off.
Oh right. Forgot about that.
We didn't do it.
It's it was not us. It's winter now.
Yeah. Yep.
It's fine.
So we're almost to the end. Time will be when I talk to Siobhan in the throne room. The clock tower's gone, by the way.
I see.
Yeah, the bomb went off. But hey, everybody in Merida is safe. There weren't any people in there probably, so it's fine. We saved everybody at the end of our small saga. And they
Okay.
made a statue of Worm, and it has a golden tail.
And we leveled up.
And he hates it. Yeah, you can actually go and do all of the side content and stuff right now, but we are just going to go ahead and go to the end. I'm going to run up into the throne room. We'll see all of our people we met along the way. And time. All right. I know I went over time, so I won't spend too much. I just want to shout out the indie developer again who made this game, Daria Nagani. Incredible, incredible game. Some of the best writing I've seen in a video game in a really long time. Just compelling characters and really well-written dialogue and stuff that is extremely impactful. If you are someone who struggles with anger or you struggle with friendship or your sexuality or anything like that, you will find representation in this game, and you will find your voice. You will find a character who looks or sounds or acts like you, and we need more games like that. So thank you so much for that. And yeah, just thank you again, RPG Limit Break, for letting me run 1.5 games in the marathon. I really appreciate getting to run Chained Echoes with my partner on Monday, and we're about halfway through the marathon now. So I hope everybody looks forward and enjoys the second half of the marathon. We might get a little bit of this song before we cut away, but if you want to listen to the whole thing, please buy this game. Support indie devs, support indie RPG developers. They need you now more than ever. So thank you very much, everybody.
All right, speaking of Chained Echoes that was just brought up again, we have Deck 13 coming in, if you remember that blurb I talked about earlier. Let's see what they have to show us. And yep, that was the trailer they wanted to show you. So pretty short and to the point. Go check out Deck 13 in their games. We also have some Twitch ads I will be taking us to so that you can take a quick break. If you don't want to see those ads, if you'd rather cat jam along to the amazing music from OC Remix, go ahead and give us a subscribe for that. Otherwise, here are your lovely advertisements from Twitch. Welcome back, everyone. I have Kiara here next to me that will be talking to Dragondarch about 7th Saga.
Hello, RPG Limit Break. I'm Kiara, and I am joined by... Hang on, sorry. Sorry, I think there's something wrong with the cameras. Can we get that checked out?
No. It's fine. They're setting up virtual highlight right now, and I think it's infecting the camera. So I think, you know something? Let's just run with it.
All right. Everyone, I apologize for this. There appears to be nothing we can do, but I'll try to get through this as quickly as we can so we can get away from whatever this actually is. So Dragondarch, welcome. Sorry we couldn't be talking under better circumstances, but you will be running 7th Saga. And I hear in your own words, you describe this game as something, or this run as something nobody should take seriously. And I kind of was surprised by that, and I'm wondering why that is.
Well, that's largely because the game does not care about your feelings. And when you do a run of the game, it will send you back to your last save point as many times as it wants, and you don't have control over that.
Really?
So you can't take, if you take it too seriously, you're always going to be mad at everything that's happening. So if you just don't take it seriously, you laugh at everything that happens.
Okay.
Even if it's terrible.
Yeah, because like I always take this game seriously. It's like one of my favorites of all time. So I'm kind of sad that it's getting this kind of treatment here.
Oh, by no means is the game bad.
Okay.
It's just, if you just can't be too serious with the run because you're just always going to be mad at it.
All right. Now we do have, of course, a couple incentives for the run. One of them will be choosing the file name at the start, but also about 30 minutes in, as I understand it, there's going to be a choice between two characters, and I'm curious if you can elaborate on what that entails for the future of the run past that point.
Sure. So we have a bid war between Camel and Wilmy. Camel is effectively the second best character in the game, and Wilmy is the best character in the game. Camel kind of gets built more like a traditional run. Like if you've seen runs of the US version, you end up focusing more on a bit more of a magic build because there's a boss later in the game that's very difficult to damage. You're supposed to use fire magic. So Camel kind of gets built for that, and it's a little more traditional in that there's a bit more grinding. You have to get him to a bit higher level because his stats aren't what Wilmy's are. Wilmy plays very differently. He's very, very strong. His stat gains are extremely high. There's not really a lot of grinding because he can just kind of go. He has enough power that he can walk into areas much lower level than other characters can. So he just kind of grabs all the experience as he goes with maybe a small grind at the end. And then really, really interesting thing is that specific boss that we normally have to use a magic build on, Wilmy gets enough power that he can actually just punch through its defense.
Well, that sounds awesome. So if you have a preference for seeing one of those versus the other, go ahead and head on over to rpglimitbreak.com, get your donations in for what you prefer. Now, you said you don't take this run seriously, but I do. So I've actually prepared a series of questions for you in increasing difficulty because I think I can stump you on this one. I'm pretty confident. So we're just going to start these off. What was the release year of 7th Saga?
1993.
Okay, good. We're starting easy. I expected you to get a couple of these. Who was the composer for the video game?
Norihiko Yamanaki.
That is correct.
A little bit of trivia on that, too. He has an alias that he goes by called Basatsu Beat.
Why do you know that?
We probably shouldn't get into that.
Okay, all right, moving on. So we're going to start getting into more difficulty here. Number 3, how many bosses have to be defeated in the run start to finish? 5 seconds.
That would be 15.
Dang. Okay, I was hoping to get you with the speed there. Okay, what enemy has the highest physical defense in the video game?
It's called a sword.
Really, just a sword?
Yep.
Okay. How much defense is that?
1,800.
All right. Let's see here. Okay, skipping ahead a little bit. What is required to get an apprentice to reappear once they have left your party?
You have to fight a specific number of battles.
How many battles?
Random number between 11 and 29.
Okay, what is the difference between the English and Japanese version that nobody probably knows about?
So in the English version, you can recruit apprentices clear up to the end of the present. In the Japanese version, you actually can't recruit them once you've gotten to the ice continent.
Okay, all right. I'm pretty sure I got you on this one. Now, there are certain points in the game where your resistance takes on strange
Oh,
properties.
you're talking about the resistance glitch. So
Sorry, can I go?
There's this.
Please?
So there's this issue where the formula is just set up in a way where if your magic is lower than the enemy's magic, sometimes your resistances will just drop, and you'll go between one number and the next, and it will just instantly drop, and you'll go from like 95% resistance to 0, and until you get up to where their magic is, you just have like no resistance, and it'll slowly increase till you get above it, and then they start suffering the same fate. I think I might have broken my interviewer. Hey, virtual highlight is next. Deeds, take it away.
Well, I was certainly impressed with all of those facts myself. We did get a couple of anonymous donations, $10, $10, and $5. Thank you so much for your contributions towards NAMI. Every dollar helps towards this great cause. And again, $5 is all it takes to get you most of our prizes here that will be cut off at the end of this run. So I'll just a quick reminder, we have some really beautiful perlers here. We have one of Waka and Riku, as well as a Chibi Ifrit perler that you can get. This is inspired by the Final Fantasy X run that we did, as well as a really cute it's a very large cubed Moogle plush. Oh, whoops, I missed. There's also a mini megaton hammer. It's a really cute size as well. For those $5 minimum is all you need to get those prizes. We also have for cumulative $75. That's throughout the entire, from now up through the end of the run. At any point, if you donate multiple donations that add up to $75, you can also get the massive Whale Lord plush that you see on screen right now. It is so big. You can see all these other, regular, normal-sized plushes that are just riding on top of this whale. And it is honestly bigger than a gamer chair that you can see that it's sitting on right now. All it takes is $75 to be automatically entered to potentially win this massive plush. We